Welcome to a new episode, first episode of the 2024 season of Stefandiao with an accent. We're recording this and then uploading straight up because we promised. We promised that we were gonna do Stefandiao with an accent on Fridays, okay? And that's happening. And we're doing this last minute because we'll get into it in a minute, but I wanted to say that I really wanted to pick up where we left in Stefandiao with an accent, since I really want to talk to you guys in English for a bit, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, half an hour, who cares, because I need to I have no one to speak English with, okay? And I remember when I came out of acting school, I had my accent almost reduced, and even though I don't like the term reduced, it sounds like they did a lobotomy on my voice, and how the world is going, I believe that you should keep your accent. Sorry, it was a voicemail. You should keep your accent because one, it makes you unique, and two, more and more people are seeking or speaking in Spanish, and some people, it used to work way back in time with the ladies. Not that now that should be something that we're looking for or at. So this is Stefandiao with an accent. Tell you why I am recording this last minute, Friday morning, LA time, Los Angeles time, and we don't know each other that well for me to call it LA. It's like meeting Mr. De Niro for the first time and calling him Bobby. It's just like it's been a couple months. You call me Stefano. You still don't know who I am. You still don't even know my name. But I'm gonna call you Los Angeles. It's people, friends, fans. They ask me if I like the city of Los Angeles, and I tell them that I do, but that I don't think she likes me yet. But we're working on it. We're definitely working on it. Finding a little bit of space, settling down, trying to keep building a routine, a foundation for us to be able to do what we want to do. And it's not easy. You need time and a lot of patience. Having two kids for sure in their 2 years and newborn range, and being a creative, being an artist, it's a challenge. It's a daily challenge, and that's why we had to. You saw it in the last episode in English. I got interrupted by this little rascal named Filippo. It's like that, it's you have this plan, and then your kids are like, yeah, right, let's see Cars 3. And I'm like, we already saw it, breakfast and lunch. And we talked about cars in the episode in Spanish, and I don't want to repeat the episodes in case there's people that watches me in Spanish and in English. And so I'm giving you a fresh new episode in English. We're doing Spanish. We came back with Spanish Tuesday, and we're gonna do with an accent on Fridays, and we're gonna try to have a guest soon to talk a little bit in English with them, an Anglo-Saxon guest. I think that could be fun and give it a change of scenery if people are getting tired of me. I am putting golf on the television, and I have this relationship with golf where I was like, maybe there was a little bit of resentment, but it was just like a sport that was never there for me available. Like I grew up playing soccer and basketball and a little bit of baseball, and all those are team sports, and those are sports that you can play on the streets. And I used to, and it was easy for me. All you needed to do was go to a field or where the courts were, and something, you play pickup. And so golf was always there because I had friends that used to play it, and I just think that I didn't have the time, the space in my mind to understand it, to like it, to practice it, and it was basically to understand it, because it was always like rich people do it, rich and old people do it. So I couldn't understand how I had friends that were golfing when they were in their, I don't know, they were 10 or 12, and I was like, why? Let's go destroy something, or let's go and vandalize something. And that's it. The first thing I did in a golf course was like, I stole the golf cart and I drove it through the bunker, and almost, kill 2 friends. What am I gonna do? I'm 10. I hate this shit. Anyways, so and I still will watch like the Masters when Tiger was on. It was, oh my God, Tiger. I used to love Tiger, so it was a bit of a contradiction in my mind, not only with golf, with anything really, and being like, this guy's so cool. And I remember that I used to love, okay, so everyone's rooting for Tiger, I'll root for, and there was this guy that was dressed so unique, and I was like, I like that dude, and he was like slim and thin, and I was very skinny, so I was like, yeah, this is my golfer, and he was Parnevich, okay, Swedish golfer. I think he's retired now from the PGA, but I think he plays in the senior PGA, and I remember I had the computer game. It was the Arnold Palmer game, and it was like Lynx or something like that, and I used to play it, and I liked it, and then the EA Sports game came in, like the Tiger one, and I had that one as well, so I liked it, and I used to love mini golf. Okay, I remember in my beach club there was a mini golf, and I rest in peace to that mini golf course. It was the best of times. You would go there. Maybe some girls saw you putt, and it was cool. It was really cool. I miss that mini golf course, and now I'm just I put it on the TV, and because of my injury, I started like, in my in-laws' house, there's like a driving range, and I started to, get in the feel of it, and I don't play at all. Like I've played 3 times. and 4 times maybe. 4 times, it's a vehicle here to put it on the TV because it kind of like balances the house when you're tired of the cartoons and you're tired of like a soccer game and you just want something on the TV that would relax everything. You'll put golf and it's perfect. It's perfect to watch it. I'm looking forward to it now, and I've been learning a bit about the golfers and the little drama there is right now. That every day really it's less of a drama, and common sense is starting to creep in, you know, and those live takes that were so hot in the summer, people backing with a lot of ignorance the PGA stance on not letting golfers go to another league, even though that meant earning more money and putting their families in a better position, basically canceling them from PGA Tour and courses and etc. It's slowly dying. You know, their PGA's biggest spokesperson, Rory McIlroy, who everyone in the world likes, you know, and who got backstabbed by the PGA. Is now, you know, softening his stance on his co-workers, on his colleagues that went to the Live. Live is the Saudi-based league of golf, and they're trying to put a twist on it. You can play with shorts, Bermudas, as I like to call them, and they pay a lot of money. They play less. They play 3 days instead of 4. They can play with shorts, and there's like a party scene. Now, I was lucky enough to attend to a live event in New Jersey, and I had mixed feelings about the whole thing. It was great watching some of the greatest players in the world, Dustin Johnson, among Phil Mickelson, Cam Smith, my favorite, and Sergio Garcia. And it was kind of like maybe a little bit too much for my taste, like the sort of like the party vibe that there was going on. They're selling alcohol everywhere, which is fine. You know, you need alcohol in sports, I guess. But here, you know, but there was like this music going on that I think, like, I get the message, but it's not my taste. It's not the type of music that I like to hear in my personal time, and it's not the type of music that I like to hear when I'm playing golf. But I guess they have this target audience that is apparently the music that they like. Now, for me, you can take the music out or just put it in certain areas that you don't hear it everywhere. But anyways, it's overall it was a positive experience. We also saw Donald Trump. We talked about it in an episode in Spanish, and with a hat that said the 46th president of the United States, and I believed him. I was like, yep. The next day he was in court, but I was like, no, this guy's going to be the 46th. Yep, it's coming back. Anyways, so I'm watching golf now. There's this tournament at Pebble Beach, and it's in California, and I haven't been able to play again golf. Is this bothering, boring people? I don't care. This is my space. This is what's on my mind right now. I am going to tell you guys that I had this 35-minute episode that I recorded on a Tuesday. Okay? Rest in peace. I love McConnell, and shout out. And hashtag club going up. And I had recorded it, and now I have to record it again because I was talking about Kari Joji Fukunaga. which is the director of True Detective Season 1, which is the director of Beasts of No Nation, which is the director of Maniac, which is the director of Sin Nombre, which is the director of Jane Eyre, and I was talking about him, throwing flowers at him, and then out of luck, I started reading this article, and I find out that over the years there's been some issues with Kari Joji Fukunaga and some colleagues, and maybe some colleagues that were minors at the time, and maybe there's some issues going on, and I was like, oh my god, this is not gonna be. I was completely ignorant about that the situation was happening, and I don't want to get into it, but I thought that it was better if I record a new episode, and because now within this context, I just need to be a little bit more just focus maybe on his work, which I love. I love his work. I love his movies, his past movies. Oh, he also directed a James Bond film. No Time to Die, I think. And yeah, cool. That's that. So that episode is in the shelves, and out of respect also for the people that were maybe not had a good time on set with him, but for me, some of the greatest work on streaming platforms belongs to him. He has a new show, Masters of the Air. I think he directed a couple of episodes, and I'm looking forward to seeing that. And so that's why we're recording right now, Friday. Pipo is at school, daycare, okay? And he's going to be 2 years old next week, and we're excited. Pipo is growing up. He is learning a lot. He's discovering the world. I hate the term terrible twos, especially when it's coming from people that don't have kids. And they're like, oh, the terrible twos, huh? Oh, really? Do you know what they are? Have you been through it? No, I have no kids. I have a dog. Okay, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. I was talking to a wine dealer once. Yeah, that's a job, and she was telling me she had a girl, and I was like, yeah, it gets hard. People wasn't born yet. But I told her that I was gonna have a kid, and her kid was 2 at the time, and I was like that idiot that was like, oh, the terrible twos, and she was like, not at all. I don't see it that way. I see it as an incredible and magical and important time. When they begin to question things, and when they begin to see their surroundings, and making their place in the world, and exploring and testing. And yeah, it's terrible if you look at it in a way, but it's also incredible if you try to understand the moment that your kid is going through. And I am taking that stance. I am developing patience a lot. Like, I believe even a month ago, I didn't have the patience that I have now. And I'm just watching my kid going through a tantrum, or going through something that he knows he can't have, ice cream before bedtime, and we don't give him ice cream, but we just have this yogurt thing that we keep in the fridge, and he believes that that's ice cream. I'm being next to him, and just waiting for it to happen. And when it's done, we hug it out and we move on. And that's called raising a toddler. It's not easy by any means. I mean, but it's cool. It's intense. It's cool, and it's definitely worth it. Definitely, because you see this little creature now, this little devil, little fucking looking kid, and he's growing up. I took him to a different park on when was it? Wednesday. I took him to a different park, a park that is a little bit farther away, and we went in a bus. My kid is obsessed with bus. He thinks, I mean, I put him in a bus. There was a junkie behind me. There was a homeless guy there. There was a guy with a lot of hair, a lot of hair, and he was, and it was like if it was in Disney World. You know, we were singing "The Wheels on the Bus," and he was, telling me what to sing next, like. Like when we go then the windshields, then the wheels, then the daddies, then I love something that I love. Go Dads. It's in the Wheels on the Bus songs. The daddies say I love you, and I think it's the mommies that goes like shh shh shh, and that's I think that's a point for dads. That's great. I sing that with pride. I sing that with a lot of pride. And yeah, it's cool. Listen, you gotta take the small wins. This is all this time in my life is all about taking the small wins, even if it's being able to finish the Curse on Paramount Plus and not going insane. 10 hours of Emma Stone, Benny Safdie, and Nathan Fielder just creating a work of art. I have no idea if that's a TV show, because what's a TV show nowadays? But I was listening to a couple of podcasts about it that they were asking the question if that was like the last. If that show closes the era of the golden era of TV, because apparently now there's this rumor that's fueled by David Chase, the creator of The Sopranos or The King, that networks and streaming platforms are now trying to tone it down, telling showrunners not to go too crazy, because of course these algorithms and the studies, the numbers that these people have are saying that young people are navigating towards other platforms and other type of content, and now there's too much. And I think there's too much great content. I want to watch a show on MGM Plus. I cannot afford any more streaming services. I don't think I personally can afford one, but there's a show on HBO on MGM Plus that I want to watch. It's a detective show, and I don't know when I'm going to watch it, but apparently that is. But going back to The Curse, I feel like I'm so happy that I watched it, because it took me a couple of times. I gave up on it kind of like half hour into the pilot. I was like, it was nothing about the show. It was just the space that I was in. I didn't know if I could take this type of show right now in my life, and but I kept gravitating towards it because I knew that I should watch it for sure, and I did, and I'm happy, and I'm glad, and I think I haven't seen Poor Things, but I would love to do a podcast of Emma Stone in Poor Things versus Emma Stone in The Curse, because I think the girl is slaying. I think I put her number 2 in the power list of women in Hollywood. I put Margot Robbie over her, and but I don't know. I don't know, man. Emma Stone is not the first time she does TV. She did Maniac, and Maniac is pretty fucking cool as well. And now right here she delivers, big time. She just kills. It's like every episode is just like, oh my god, what is this? girl going? What is this girl doing right now? She's killing it. And Benny Safdie keeps, you know, keeps taking on these secondary characters or supporting characters, but with a lot of, you know, very, very rich characters. And he delivers as well. And Nathan Fielder, of course, does his thing, which is genius, maybe. I think it's great. I don't know how they sold the show. Maybe that's why Emma Stone's in there. And but it worked, and I'm happy it did. And I hope I don't see like a cheap copy of it, but I hope it just I hope people watched it. So maybe there are some platforms that will, you know, take leaps like Showtime and Paramount Plus did with these guys. And I hope it's not the end of the golden age of TV, although it does feel like we're in a closure right now, and it's going to be something different. You know, we're gravitating towards something different. I have no idea. I am not inside the industry to know for sure, for a fact, but as a fan, I feel like this is not sustainable. You know, this is not sustainable. This great shows, and maybe some great shows that no one's watching, and that's gonna carry consequences, and you know, the fans will always suffer. I was gonna save this for the episode in Spanish, but I think I could also touch a little bit of it here, and that's what she said. But I received this email from Amazon telling me that now my movies are gonna come with limited commercials, and if I want not to have commercials, I'm gonna pay $2.99 extra. And I'm like, okay, because I know that Amazon has Freevee, which is these movies that you can watch for free, but you get like 3 commercials or whatever. And I'm like, okay, rest in peace, Freevee. And then half an hour later, I received the same email from Hulu telling me the same thing. And I'm like, what is going on? What is happening? Why? Then let's have cable, or I don't know. We're going from a beer money, like a Pabst Blue Ribbon money, to now being like, oh, this is like an appetizer money that you're paying for streaming services. And if you have 5 streaming services, it's a whole fucking dinner, you know? With dessert and wine and shots. I don't know what's going on. When is it gonna end? Are they just blowing it up? Is everything just being like blown up? And these guys just want to squeeze all the money we have? I don't know. But we keep paying. That's what they figure it out. We just keep paying. And we forget. And we keep, you know, putting up with shit. And yeah, it is definitely weird. Weird times. Always weird times. And I think that this is the episode for today. I feel that we have almost 30 minutes of content. You know, free, improvised, genuine content for the contemporary adult. This is Stefandiao with an accent. Thank you so much. You can follow the show on YouTube. You can listen to the episode on Spotify, and you can listen to the episode on Apple Podcasts. Thank you for being here. Subscribe to my channel on YouTube so we can keep growing. Bendition. God